Hey guys, it's Aman
And Christina from Our Rich Journey.
This is part 2 of our 6 bad money advice that people give. If you haven't seen part 1, go over and check it out. But there's a lot of bad advice out there, so we had to do a part 2. So stick around.
Number 1 in terms of bad money advice is getting life insurance. Now, we're definitely not saying don't purchase life insurance, but we often hear it as a blanket statement that you should always have life insurance. As soon as you graduate from college and you get a job, the idea is that you should have life insurance. Or if you don't go to college, as soon as you graduate from high school and you get a job, get life insurance. And the idea behind that, I think, is that people are saying you should get it because you're healthy and premiums are cheaper. But a blanket statement saying you should get life insurance as soon as you get employed is just not good money advice.
So the idea with life insurance is that if you were to pass, that insurance would support your family, your dependents. It would replace the income that they needed. But if you don't have a family, if you don't have dependents, then you really don't need to be paying for life insurance too early. So we're not saying don't get insurance, but we're saying be smart about it. Don't overinsure yourself. Go after exactly what you need for the period of your life.
The second piece of bad money advice is to save as much money as you can. Now, I love this because people are probably like, why wouldn't you save as much money as you can? But I think the problem with that is that that piece of advice isn't followed up with the second piece of advice, which should be to invest your money. It's not just about saving money. You can't save all of your money and expect to reach financial independence or early retirement just based off of savings. You must invest your money also.
The problem is that the term saving is seriously misused. I often hear people say, my life savings. And I hope they really don't mean the money they saved in a savings account for their entire life. Because if that's the case, your money is losing value on a daily basis.
Let's give you an example. If you saved $1,000 a month, it would take you 82 years to become a millionaire. That's just insane. That's not practical. So really what you want to do is take 3 to 6 months of savings for an emergency fund, and then invest the rest because your money will grow a lot faster and you'll reach financial independence a lot quicker. The third piece of bad money advice is to buy as much house as you can because houses are always appreciating. So this is terrible advice for many reasons. The first one is that homes don't always appreciate. There are times where homes go down in a huge slump and then you're really at a disadvantage if you need to sell at that point. And the second reason why this is terrible advice is that why would you overextend yourself in buying a huge home where you can buy a size that fits your needs and invest the rest of the money that you could save? The fourth piece of bad money advice is related to the stock market. So people will say, stocks are so high, you need to sell right now, or stocks are super low, it's the best time to buy. And that's actually not great money advice.
Yeah, so when people are talking about that, they're talking about market timing, and you cannot time the market. What you should be doing is just consistently investing. The market will go up and the market will go down, but on average, the market goes up. So if you are consistently investing in the market, you will capture the average, which is up.
When you're investing a consistent amount of money over a period of time, you don't have to worry about buying or selling at certain periods of time. Because when people say you need to sell your stocks because the market's so high right now, it actually, a lot of times the market continues to go higher. And when they say you need to buy stocks because the market is low, there's a lot of instances where the market still goes lower. So the idea is just consistently invest your money. The fifth piece of bad money advice is to focus on monthly payments when you're making a purchase. Now, if you've ever gone to purchase a car, salesmen are great at this. They never ask you how much you want to pay for a car. They ask you how much do you want to make a monthly payment on a car. And that's a big difference because then they'll try and fit you into a loan program where your payment fits what you want to pay. But if you look at it over the course of the period of the loan, then you're actually paying a lot more for the car than what you probably intended.
Yeah, you see this now with loans on cars that are 84 months. I don't even know how many years that is, okay? But don't be fooled by these strategies. Just because someone is offering you a payment that you can afford per month, in the end, you're losing because you're paying more in interest.
And the sixth piece of bad money advice is to take out as much as you can for a student loan. This advice goes to parents who are taking out a loan for their children, or it's for high school students that are just graduating and taking out loans under their own name. And I think the concept behind that is that for college age students, they're so young they can take out as much as they want and then repay it. But it's terrible advice.
Yeah.
When you're taking out student loans are going to be offered to you to cover everything. So it's not just tuition and books. You can get student loans to pay for housing, for utilities, for food. But if you overestimate those costs, or you just want to get in extra money so you can spend more on clothes or parties or whatever it is,
No, don't do that.
those expenses, the loan that you take out for that is really going to hurt you. It's really going to add up in the long run. We just went through 6 pieces of money advice that are terrible for people to listen to. We already provided 6 other ones in a previous video. So if you combine that, 12 terrible pieces of money advice that you should not listen to. So if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and join the journey.